I came down here, I was meeting different people, and everyone felt really familiar. They never looked at me differently. They've never treated me differently because I was a female. They're like, you can do your job. We're going to continue to help you and support you in everything you do, just like everybody else. Just because like you think you're small or you don't think you're strong enough, I promise you are. Like, I'm barely 5 feet tall and I get it done. Like, size means nothing, gender means nothing. If you can do the job, then you can do the job.
We were tasked with patrolling some of the public parks because there was an incident a few days prior. And while we were walking through one of the parks, a group of teenage girls that were jogging, probably for their school, came by and they did one of these for a high five, and I kind of ducked out of the way because I'm not used to that kind of interaction with the public.
My dad always told us to find a job that had good benefits and insurance. My dad, he works here on the water department. He's been here for 30 years. It's fun. We eat lunch together. Yeah, we get along for the most part. We may bicker a little bit, but it's all in good fun.
When we had pipes burst at Christmas with the sub-zero weather, the firemen turned out. They helped us all these shelvings and books and things that had to be moved for all the repairs. They came out to help us move the items and move things back. And it's that looking after each other makes it a wonderful environment to work in.
When we first got out here, apparently deer are a thing. In California, they are not. My wife and I did hit one, going about 80 miles an hour on the 840. So I called into my supervisor, Richard Anderson, and Richard called me to see if I was all right, see if I needed anything, groceries, lawn mowed, whatever it was. That is not something that I was used to. It was almost uncomfortable because it was so gracious, but it was definitely a good feeling, and that really solidified that I made the right decision to move out here.
I used to work at this personal training place, and I used to train the chief that works here now, Chief Hickey. But at the time, I didn't know he was the chief, and I was thinking about applying for the police department. I looked on Facebook, Chief Hickey's face popped up. So I'm like, I've been talking to this guy for I don't know how long, and I didn't know he was chief. He saw my application. He was like, he came to me himself. He was like, hey, I didn't know you wanted to do this type of work. I was like, yeah, I didn't want to tell you at first. I just wanted to, go through the process and everything. He was happy for me, and I was happy that that was the type of guy that I knew that would be leading me down the road. A great-hearted person. That's the type of department that I want to work for.
I think you're going to come into an organization that is extremely supportive of what you do in your job, no matter what job you have. You're not part of a big corporation. You're going to know your bosses. You're going to know your customers face to face. Maybe in the old days, look for paychecks, look for pension, look for benefits, and I think more people look for meaning.